when it comes to attracting women, there's nothing that can put them off more than smelling awful. So in order to help you out, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my personal top 5 fragrances of all time. I want to start this video by pointing out I am no fragrance expert. As you guys will know from previous videos, I'm no good at spouting the nonsense to do with the scent itself. But what I am good at is knowing what women like. And that's the reason I'm making this video, because like hair products, there's just so many fragrances out there. How do you know, without trying them all, which ones smell decent? Over the years, I've spent much longer than most trying different fragrances, owning different fragrances, and this has allowed me to really get a grip on which ones actually smell great. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my personal 5 favorites that I've used over the years, all of which are good all-rounders. They're relatively safe fragrances, nothing too crazy, but they're always sexy. These are the types of fragrances that will just get you compliments, and I'm sure that's exactly what you want. I'll leave a link to all the fragrances that I'm mentioning in today's video in the description below, so you can check them out. I'll include UK and US links for as many as I can find. Coming in at number 5 of my favourite fragrances of all time is Boss Bottled, and also the sister to it, the Boss Bottled Night. These are pretty affordable, mid sort of price point. The regular Boss Bottled is a great fragrance for everyday use. I personally prefer the night version. I find that the night version certainly gets me more compliments, and it's a much more unique scent. The night version's a bit more exclusive than the regular version, which loads of guys seem to wear. A very predictable choice, but number 4 probably isn't. Now this is an excellent, really cheap bargain men's fragrance, if you're from the UK at least. The next signature fragrance is one that just works fantastically whether you're wearing it day or night. Very few guys seem to wear this. It always gets me compliments when I'm wearing it. It's got quite a sweet scent to it, so it's probably not the most uber masculine smell in the world, but it's one that women really like. If you can't afford some of the big boys that are going to be coming up on this list, that's certainly the one that I'd choose. It's so cheap that you could probably afford it as a side fragrance in addition to your regular one. I know that there's now a gold version of the next signature fragrance. However, I still prefer the original one. Coming in at number 3 is one I've stolen off friends so many times and I've never seemed to get around to buying it. Dior Sauvage is one that I'm sure all of you will be aware of. They spam this all over the television, and for good reason. Maybe its association with Johnny Depp isn't something that I'd be too keen on, but the smell itself is fantastic. This is a really fresh fragrance. It's got a really iconic scent. This is certainly going to be one that's going to stand the test of time. It's got one of the best bottles as well, if you're really bothered about that. It's probably got one of the best bottles on this list too. Price-wise, as with the final 2 on this list, this is certainly more towards the mid to top end. It's not super expensive, but is it worth the cost? Probably. And if I could afford, dozens and dozens of fragrances, it's probably one that I'd go for early on. But coming in at number 2 and also number 1 is my favourite brand when it comes to men's fragrances. And this is a brand that I never thought I'd be trying, going back about 5 or 8 years, Chanel. These guys just know how to make a fantastic smelling product. Number 2 is Bleu de Chanel. This product definitely has its similarities in terms of the smell to the Dior product. But for me, for whatever reason, maybe it's my fanboyism of Chanel products, this one is a bit better. This one smells sexy and masculine without being over the top. Loads of people actually prefer this one to my number 1 pick because they think it smells more masculine. And Chanel have some of the best sort of exclusive fragrances that you can get. It's incredibly rare that I ever find a guy wearing a Chanel fragrance in a nightclub. And for me, that's also one of the advantages of these 2 products in comparison to the Dior product, which I imagine loads more guys are going to be wearing in the next couple of months. And as a result, you get loads of compliments. But coming in at number 1 is the ultimate compliment getter. If you're after women to consistently just keep telling you how amazing you smell, there is nothing better than Chanel Allure Homme Sport. This also comes in an extreme version, which is even stronger. I'd recommend probably going for that. But the version I currently use at the moment, I'm just using it up, is the standard version. This stuff smells so nice that it's literally like liquid confidence spraying onto yourself. And this, over the last 5 years at least, has always been my number 1 pick when it comes to choosing a fragrance to wear on a night out. If you put this on, no one else in the club's going to be wearing it, and if a woman smells this on you, she will tell you. Even to this day, every single time I decide to put this on, my girlfriend tells me, God, you smell so nice. What is that? Oh, it's that Chanel stuff, isn't it? Yes, it is. This product gets the ultimate seal of approval. This is probably the one product that I wouldn't really consider ever changing. If you really want to treat yourself, or you're looking for a gift off your partner or a friend, ask for this, or go and buy it in the description below. You will have no regrets. And if you're watching this video and you think, you know, I can't afford to spend 60 or 70 quid on one of these, I'm going to throw in some incredibly cheap products as well. Bonus fragrances right here. I mean, if you are on a budget, if you're from the UK, I'd certainly try the next product first, but also another couple of good ones. It is the 24 fragrances. The Live Another Day and Live Another Night, which this is actually based on the 24 TV show. These are so surprisingly good that I couldn't not feature them. They're incredibly cheap. I like to think of them as a bit of a junior version of the Boss Bottle fragrances. They're certainly not as good, but if you're, I don't know, really young, you don't have much disposable income, I'd certainly recommend starting on something like this and then moving up to one of the bad boys after. Anyway guys, hopefully you found this venture into fragrances useful on this channel. It's something that I'm looking to get a bit more into, because as well as the way you look, the way that you smell certainly contributes too. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, make sure you press the like button. Remember, I've got the links to all of these in the description below for you to try. And also, if you want to see similar videos like this to make you feel like the most attractive version of yourself that you can be, make sure you press the subscribe button and turn on the bell next to it to make sure YouTube tells you when I upload a video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.